Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eziel, Lancer on Mount Tyrannus, and today I'm actually going to talk about Master Enigmatic Scrolls and where you can farm those. So if we open up our IMS here, we're actually going to see all these different in-game dungeons. What I'm going to do is kind of just go through and give you an idea of like the numbers that are dropped without the rookie buff, and go through and maybe give you an idea of exactly which ones might be more feasible, depending on what kind of composition you've got. So basically, out of all of these, it's probably easier for me just to say that you're going to get a Master Enigmatic Scroll from pretty much most of these, except for probably Sir Juka's Gallery and your Temple Temerity, which is right here. They do not drop. Those are more about getting your master glyphs than actually getting MESs. So these other ones here, the three main places that I farm for my Master Enigmatic Scrolls is actually Ebon Tower. You're pretty much, without the rookie buff, guaranteed to get 3 of those scrolls. And so it's a little bit difficult for some classes, but some classes could do it. I know sorcerers could probably do it easily. As a Lancer, I don't find this one very feasible for myself. The next one is probably the most popular, is actually Kelsaic's Nest. You can actually get 3 per run here without any rookie buffs generally. Now, Lancers, and I've seen some warriors actually tank this solo, and they can actually do it in about 12 to 15 minutes depending on their gear and buffs. Most people generally go in with a 3-man team, basically a tank, a DPS, and a healer. You can get it done if you have a really good team together. You can get it done anywhere from like 7, maybe 6 minutes if you're really good, up to like maybe 10 or 12 depending on gear. This is probably the quickest and easiest and most effective way to get Master Enigmatic Scrolls for either yourself or to sell those. And the one that I generally like to kind of solo by myself is actually the Labyrinth of Terror, which I'm looking for on here. I know it's here somewhere. There's the hard mode. Ah, there it is, level 57. This one actually drops 3. The cool thing about this dungeon is that it takes about maybe 30 to 45 minutes, but I get to keep all the scrolls myself as a Lancer. The other thing is, though, is there's actually a guy inside that is like a random potential of skipping half the dungeon, and you can get it done in about 15 to 20 minutes that way. With these other places here, you could get probably a good amount out of the hard modes, probably 3+ without the rookie buffs on those. Baldur's Temple and Fana Caprima, I think, would drop anywhere from 1 to 3 without rookie buffs. And then you've got Mania's Core and Argon Corpus. Probably the hard mode will drop a couple, but honestly, these Argon Corpus or Mania's Core, I've not seen too many of those drop unless you've got the rookie buff. So take a look here and see. Like I said, most of these are going to drop MESs. It's just a matter of how many they're actually going to drop, and some of them are a little bit easier to solo if you have the gear, or maybe get into a smaller group where you can make it a little bit more efficient. If you have a 3-man, make sure you do the Kelsaic's Nest one. That one's probably the fastest. If you can get it down to where you get it to about 10 minutes, you could basically run out of there with about 6 MES scrolls. And if you've got a rookie buff, or you got friends with rookie buffs, with rookie buffs, you can actually get up to 6. I've seen potentially if you actually have the full 50% rookie buff on there. So definitely run that. It'll help tremendously. So hopefully this helps you guys out just a little bit to show you exactly where you get your MES scrolls from. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them here on my YouTube channel or find me on the Terra forums or Reddit. And until next time, happy hunting.